it's TQ, but for the sake of this, from where you are watching, yeah, I'm Eli, by the way, and today it's sort of like a little let's read kind of thing. Basically, what happened is that when I was young, the schools I used to go to had like these book fairs, and I bought at one point a book called The City of Thieves, which is a fighting fantasy game book in which you are the hero by Ian Livingstone. It's one of those choose your own adventure games. You roll, and there's like dice rolling and everything, stamina, stats, and it's like, yeah, it's a whole like thing. I never actually completed one. And that being said, this is like the only choose your own adventure book I have, and I've never completed it. I never won, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Yeah, We'll see where it goes from here. Anyway, so this is gonna be, I guess, episode 0, maybe. I don't know, depending on, episode 0, where I go over all the technical stuff and, like, build my character. Because I'm pretty sure, basically, because not many people would probably know how these books work. I don't remember how this book works. This episode is optional. So you don't have to listen to it, but just in case you want to know how this works, for all the gameplay stuff, you can listen on. But yeah, it will take a while, so I apologize because I haven't played in so long. I don't think I actually properly read the rules when I tried playing it, so yeah, here we go. Ooh, alright. Yeah, I'll read the blurb on the back after I go through it. Well, yeah, no. Okay. Sorry. I'll read the little description thing on the back so you guys know what the story is about, at least. Okay, City of Thieves. Terror stalks the night as Sandbar Bone and his bloodthirsty moondogs hold the prosperous town of Silverton to ransom. You are an adventurer, a sword for hire, and the merchants of Silverton turn to you in their hour of need. Your mission takes you along the dark, twisting streets of Port Blacksand to seek the help of the wizard Nicodemus. But Blacksand is riddled with thieves, assassins, and foul creatures. Should you survive, you must journey to the most terrible place of all, the tower stronghold of the Night Prince himself, Sandbar Bone. Oh, airplane. Why do I live near an airport? Okay. How to fight the creatures of the City of Thieves. Before embarking on your adventure, you must first determine your own strengths and weaknesses by rolling dice to determine your initial scores. On page 18 and 19, there is an adventure sheet which you may use to record the details of an adventure. On it, you will find boxes for recording your skill, stamina, and luck scores. You are advised to either roll your scores on the adventure. Wow. Okay. You're advised to either record your scores on the adventure sheet in pencil or make photocopies of the sheet to use in future adventures. I did not do that. It's going straight in the book, but it's in pencil, so I'll erase it later. Skill, stamina, and luck. To determine your initial skill, stamina, and luck scores, roll 1 die. Okay? Can't hear it. It's a 5. Add 6 to this number and enter this total in the skill box on the adventure sheet. So that's an 11. That's an 11, okay? It's an 11. I'm 21. I should be able to do that at least. It's an 11. Okay, got an 11. This is a terrible pencil. Why did I pick this pencil? Okay, it's an 11. It's an 11, okay? 11. What's next? Roll both die. Add 12 to the number rolled. Okay, roll both die. Add 12 to the number rolled and enter this total in the stamina box. So I rolled a 4 plus 12 is a 16. Apologize for the background noise. I wish I have a better pencil. Do I even have a better pencil with me? Do I? Do I have a pencil? Okay, better pencil. Sweet. Nope, that doesn't work. Oh no, sorry. Roll 1 die, add 6 to this number, and enter this total in the luck box. That is also another 11 because I rolled a I rolled a 5. Sorry. Okay, so skill 11, stamina 16, luck 11. All right. Skill reflects your swordsmanship and fighting expertise. The higher, the better. Oops. If 20 is the highest number, I'm just... Alright, cool. Stamina represents your strength. The higher your stamina, the longer you'll survive. I got a 16. Alright, not bad. Luck represents how lucky a person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life in the fantasy world you are about to explore. Also, I'm partially doing a choose your own adventure let's play read thing just so I can practice my reading. In case you're wondering, there's going to be a lot of mistakes. Skill, stamina, and luck scores change constantly during an adventure, so keep an eraser handy. I have an eraser, and it smells like Coca-Cola. It's pretty sweet. You must keep an accurate record of these scores, but never rub out your initial scores. Although you may receive additional skill, stamina, and luck points, these totals may never exceed your initial scores except on very rare occasions when instructed on a particular page. Alright. Battles. When you are told to fight a creature, you must resolve the battle as described below. First, record the creature's skill and stamina scores as given on the page in an empty monster encounter box on your adventure sheet. Okay. Oh, I see. The sequence of combat is then roll the 2 dice for the creature, add its skill score. This total is its attract strength. It's gonna seduce me. This is not the kind of game I signed up for. It's attack strength. Roll 2 dice for yourself. Add your current skill. The total is your attack strength. Whose attack strength is higher? If your attack strength is higher, you have wounded the creature. What is this, a strength contest? If the creature's attack strength is higher, it has wounded you. If both are the same, you have both missed. Start the next attack round from step 1 above. If you wounded the creature, subtract 2 points from its stamina score. You may use luck here to do additional damage. Using luck in battles below. I blanked out when I'm reading. If the creature wounded you, subtract 2 points from your stamina score. I'm gonna be referring back to this page constantly. There's no way I can keep track of this. Where was I? You may subtract 2 points from your stamina score. You may use luck to minimize the damage. Okay, see below. Make the appropriate changes to either the creature's or your own stamina score. Enter luck score if you use luck, and begin the next attack round. Repeat steps 1 to 6. Oops. Sorry about the background noise again. Okay, where were we? This continues until the stamina score of either you or the creature you are fighting has been reduced to 0. Parentheses, death, which, I mean, I kind of figured that was the case. Okay. Luck. Sometimes you will be told to test your luck. As you will discover, using luck is risky business. The way you test your luck is as follows. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your current luck score, you have been lucky. If the number rolled is higher than your current luck score, you have been unlucky. The consequences of being lucky or unlucky will be found on the page. Each time you test your luck, you must subtract 1 point from your current luck score. So the more you rely on luck, the more risky this becomes. Oh boy. Using luck in battles. In battles, you always have the option of using your luck either to score a more serious wound on a creature or to minimize the effects of a wound the creature has just scored on you. If you have just wounded the creature, you may test your luck as described above. If you are lucky, If you are lucky, subtract an extra 2 points from the creature's stamina score. Example, 4 instead of 2 normally. If you are unlucky, you must restore 1 point to the creature's stamina. So instead of scoring the normal 2 points of damage, you have now scored only 1. If the creature has just wounded you, you can test your luck to try to minimize the wound. If you are lucky, restore 1 point of your stamina. Instead of doing 2 points of damage, it has done only 1. If you are unlucky, subtract 1 extra stamina point. Yikes. Don't forget to subtract 1 point from your luck score each time you test your luck. Oh, good thing I have 11. Oh boy, 11. Restoring skill, stamina, and luck. Skill. Occasionally a page, I'm going to start reading a bit faster, sorry you guys. A page may give instructions to alter your skill store. Immediately I flubbed. A magic weapon may increase your skill, but remember that only one weapon can be used at a time. You cannot claim 2 skill bonuses for carrying 2 magic swords. Your skill score can never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed. Drinking the potion of skill, see you later, will restore your skill to its initial level at any time. Stamina and provisions. Your stamina score will change a lot during the adventure. As you near your goal, your stamina level may be dangerously low and battles may be particularly risky, so be careful. You start the game with enough provisions for 10 meals. A separate provisions remaining box is provided on the adventurer sheet for recording details of provisions. You may rest and eat only when allowed by the instructions on a page, and you may eat only 1 meal at a time. When you eat a meal, add 4 points to your stamina score and deduct 1 point from your provisions. Remember that you have a long way to go, so use your provisions wisely. Don't forget that your stamina score may never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed on page. Drink the potion of strength, see you later, will restore your stamina to its initial level at any time. You will find additions to your luck score awarded when you have been particularly lucky. Remember that as with skill and stamina, your luck score may never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed on a page. Drinking the potion of fortune, see you later, will restore your luck to its initial level at any time and increase your initial luck by 1 point. Equipment and potions. You start your adventure with a sword, leather armor, and a shield, a backpack containing your provisions for the trip, and a lantern to light your way. But you will find lots more items as the adventure unfolds. You may also take a magic potion, which will aid you on your quest. Each bottle of potion contains enough for 2 measures. Example, it can only be, I guess, I don't know if, it can only be used twice during an adventure. Each time it is used, make a note of your adventure sheet. Choose one of the, Potion of skill restores skill points. A potion of strength restores stamina points. A potion of fortune restores luck points and adds 1 to initial luck. These potions may be taken at any time during the adventure. Take a measure of potion will restore skill, stamina, or luck. Restores the initial potion to their scores to their initial level. The potion of fortune will increase your initial luck score by 1 point. Restore luck to this new initial level. Yeah, airplane. Do I have to write this down? Like which potion I'm gonna get? Let me see. Potions, alright. What am I gonna pick? My stamina is 16, so I think I'll probably... What's my skill? Let's see. Probably skill. I'll probably get a potion of skill. Just quickly scribble that down, which kind of sucks because this pencil is terrible. Why did I get this pencil? I have a pencil case in my backpack. Anyway, potion of skill. Okay. Uh-huh. Let's see what's after this. Hints on play. There is only one true way through the city of thieves, and it will probably take you several attempts to find it. Make notes and draw a map. Oh boy. As you explore, this map will be useful in future adventures and will help you identify unexplored sections of the dungeon. Not all areas contain treasure. Many merely contain traps and creatures, which you will no doubt fall foul of. There are many wild goose chase passages, and while you may indeed progress through to your ultimate destination, it is by no means certain that you will find what you are searching for. The one true way involves a minimum of risk, and any player, no matter how weak on initial dice rolls, should be able to get through fairly easy. May the luck of the gods go with you on the adventure ahead. And then this little thing on like alternative dice, which the book itself has like little dice numbers on like the pages that you can just flip through, and like the pages you land on, you can like you can look at the first die or the second die because there's two dice on each page, and like they'll give you your rolls. But since I have physical dice, it should be no problem. I don't really need to. So yeah. There's the adventure sheet, which only just has my initial skills and a potion of skill noted down. And, monster encounter boxes. And, yeah, there we go. Next is the background. So, this will take some time. Yeah, this will definitely take a little bit of time. So, I'll see you in the next episode where we actually start the adventure. Bye! Hey, everybody, it's Eli. Okay, so if you haven't seen episode 0, it's okay. This is sort of like a let's play, let's read of a choose your own adventure kind of book. Actually, it's more specifically a fighting fantasy game book by Ian Livingstone called The City of Thieves. I bought this book when I was very, very young, but I never actually really properly played or finished it. So here we are. I get to play something that I haven't actually completed before, and I get to practice my reading and, pronouncing words. So here we are. So this is actually the gameplay episode, just like background and a little bit of some of the stuff that goes on. If you haven't seen episode 0, that is where I literally go through almost 16 pages-ish. Well, not really 16 pages. It starts from page 9. So it's like just a few pages of like the rules. How to play. Yeah, basically how to play. Basically that's it. It's just how to play. But this is going to be the background stuff. I will be referring back to the how to play pages just because this is the first time I've played properly. So I'll definitely be going back to the pages as like a reference, as well as like writing on the adventure sheet and monster encounter boxes because you gotta write it down. It's that kind of game. But yeah, if you weren't around for episode 0, I will read the little story thing, I guess, like the back of the book basically, so you know what it's gonna be about. If you've already seen episode 0 and all the technical stuff, you can skip ahead. I'll put a timestamp somewhere for when I actually get to the background stuff, which isn't really gonna be that long. Anyway, this intro is about 2 minutes right now, so I'll get started. City of Thieves. Terror stalks the night as Zanbar Bone and his bloodthirsty moondogs hold the prosperous town of Silverton to ransom. You are an adventurer, a sword for hire, and the merchants of Silverton turn to you in their hour of need. Your mission takes you along the dark, twisting streets of Port Blacksand to seek the help of the wizard Nicodemus. But Blacksand is riddled with thieves, assassins, and foul creatures. Should you survive, you must journey to the most terrible place of all, the tower stronghold of the Night Prince himself, Zanbar Bone. Yay! So, here we are, background. Oh boy. You are an adventurer in a world of monsters and magic, living by quickness of wit and skill of sword. You earn your gold as a hired warrior, usually in the employ of rich nobles and barons, on missions too dangerous or difficult for their own men. Slaying monsters and fearsome beasts in pursuit of some fabled treasure comes as second nature to you. Being an inexperienced and highly trained swordsman, you allow nothing to stand in your way on your quests. Your success on a mission is always assured, and your reputation has spread throughout the lands. Whenever you enter a village or town, the news of your arrival spreads through the citizens like wildfire, as few of them have ever met a dragon slayer before. One evening, after a long walk through the outlands, you arrive at Silverton, which lies at the crossroads of the main trading routes in these parts. Great wooden wagons hauled by teams of oxen are often seen rumbling slowly through the town laden with herbs, spices, silks, metalware, and exotic foods from far-off lands. Over the years, Silverton has prospered as a result of the rich merchants and traders stopping there en route to distant markets. Its wealth is quite apparent, with ornate buildings and richly dressed people aplenty. But as you enter the town gates, something strikes you as being not quite right. The people look nervous and on edge. Then you notice that all the windows on the buildings have great iron grills bolted over them, and the doors have been strengthened too. Although you prefer your own company to that of others, you decide to stay in Silverton for the night to find out who or what is troubling the people. As you walk down the main street, a single note from a bell rings out from a tall tower ahead. Then a man shouts, almost desperately, "Nightfall! Nightfall! Everybody indoors!" You see people scurrying around with anxious faces and looking surprised when they see you. Across the street, you see a tavern with the words "The Old Toad" painted on its signboard. As you enter the tavern, a whisper runs through the locals as they recognize you. Some put down their mugs and stare. You are somewhat surprised that none come over to you to hear tales of adventure. Walking over to the counter, you ask the old innkeeper for a room and a hot tub, but he ignores you and shuffles over to the great oak door, pushing 6 large iron bolts into place. Only then does he turn to you and say quietly, "That will be 5 copper pieces for the room, and 1 more for the tub, in advance, if you please." You reach into a leather pouch on your belt and toss the coins on the counter. He hands you an iron key, but that very moment there is a loud knocking at the door. But at that very moment, there's a loud knocking at the door, followed by a voice shouting, "Open up! Open up! This is Owen Caroliff." The old innkeeper shuffles over to the oak door again and slides open the bolts. Then a fat and balding man, dressed in rich scarlet robes, bursts into the tavern, looking around frantically. He sees you and walks quickly in your direction, huffing and puffing. He's a man certainly not used to haste. You notice great beads of sweat on his forehead in the pale candlelight of the room. As he nears you, he calls out urgently, "Stranger, I must speak with you. Please sit down. It is important that I speak with you." When he turns to the innkeeper to snap his fingers for food and drink, you can see that he is obviously of some standing in the town, but his face is full of anguish and sorrow. Being curious, you decide to hear what the man has to say. He pulls out a chair for you at a table, bidding you to sit down, and the innkeeper bustles in with a tray laden with hot broth, roasted goose, and mead. Med? The man in the scarlet robes sits opposite in silence, watching you as you feast as though examining you for some purpose of his own. Finally, as you push your plate away, the man leans forward and says in a low but anxious voice, "Stranger, I know of you and seek your aid. My name is Owen Caroliff, and I am the mayor of Silverton. We are in great trouble and danger. We are living under a curse, and it is I who must rid us of it. 10 days ago, 2 messengers of evil rode into town on huge black stallions with fiery red eyes. It was impossible to see the faces of the riders, for they wore long black cloaks with hoods pulled over their faces. Their voices were cold, and each word spoken ended with an unnerving hiss. They asked for me by name, and when I came to greet them, they wanted to take my beloved daughter Mireille to stay with their master Zanbar Bone. No doubt you know that he is the Night Prince. Of course I refused their demand, and without another word they turned and rode slowly out of town, heads down and shoulders hunched. I knew then that beneath the cloaks were hidden the skeletal and soulless bodies of spirit stalkers. Zanbar Bone always uses them as his messengers, as they will complete their mission or die in the attempt, and they do not die easily. Only a silver arrow through the heart will release those evil beings from their eternal twilight existence. Who knows what it would take to kill Zanbar Bone? Anyway, the same night after the spirit stalkers left, our troubles began. The Night Prince was angry and determined to harm us. 6 moon dogs came, each stronger than 4 men, each with razor-sharp fangs. They stalked through the town, entering homes through open windows and killing the poor people inside. It was a long monologue. Well, not monologue, it's a long thing. In the morning we counted 23 dead, so we barred our windows and bolted our doors. Yet each night the moon dogs return and we are unable to sleep for fear that they might find a way into our homes. Some people are now talking of sending Morel to Zambarbone. Those whimpering traitors, I should have them flogged, but what good would that do? There is but one hope, and that rests with you, stranger. There is a man called Nicodemus who, for reasons I'll never understand, lives in Port Blacksand. The place is commonly called the City of Thieves, as it is home of every pirate, brigand, assassin, thief, and evildoer for hundreds of miles around. I think he lives there just to get some peace from the likes of us. He's a wild old wizard and is unlikely to come to much harm even in Port Blacksand, for his magical powers are great. He alone is capable of defeating Zambarbone. He used to be a friend of mine many years ago. We need him, and I beg you to bring him to us. No one here dares enter Port Blacksand. You will be well rewarded if you help us, stranger. Take these 30 gold pieces for your journey, and take this sword to use and keep. As Owen Caroliff rises, he pulls back his scarlet robe, revealing the finest broadsword you had ever seen. He hands it to you, and touching the blade, you are surprised to see a droplet of blood fall from your finger. You then examine the marvelously ornate gilded serpents twinning around the hilt. Wow, you have never wanted anything so badly in your life before. You stand up and hold out your right arm to Owen. He shakes it eagerly, saying, you must you must set off at the first light of dawn. The moon dogs will be gone by then. I shall be forced to stay the night here also. So let us drink to our destiny, and may the gods be with us. For the next hour, Owen talks about your coming journey, explaining in detail how to reach Port Blacksand. Later you gather up your backpack and furs and climb the wooden stairs to your room. You sleep uneasily despite the security afforded by your new broadsword, as you are more than once awoken by the sniffing, scratching, and howling of the roaming moon dogs outside. By dawn, you are already awake and dressed, and determined to reach Port Blacksand quickly to find this man Nicodemus. As you leave the tavern, a black cat scurries past your feet, and you almost trip. A bad omen, perhaps? Now turn over, because it's 1. Alright. I'm gonna quickly take note of the 30 gold pieces and the broadsword. I think I'm supposed to. I don't know. But I have 30 gold pieces. Oh no. This pencil's terrible. Okay. 30 gold pieces. Items of equipment carried. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. To write it, but I'll put broadsword. Broadsword. Okay. I'll just do that just in case. Okay. Ooh, cool picture. 1. The walk to Pork Blacksand. Oops. The walk to Port Blacksand takes you west, some 50 miles across plains and over hills. fortunately without any harmful encounters. Eventually, you reach the coast and see the high city wall, surrounding Port Black Sand and the cluster of buildings projecting into the sea like an ugly black mark. Ships lie anchored in the harbor and smoke rises gently from chimneys. It looks peaceful enough, and it is only when the wind changes that you smell the decay in the breeze to remind you of the evil nature of this notorious place. Following the dusty road north along the coast of the city gates, you begin to notice fearful warnings. Skulls on wooden spikes, starving men in iron cages suspended from the city wall, and black flags everywhere. As you approach the main gate, a chill runs down your spine, and you instinctively grip the hilt of your broadsword for reassurance. At the gate, you are confronted by a tall guard wearing a black chainmail coat and iron helmet. He steps forward, bearing the way with his pike, saying, "Who would dare enter Port Black Sand uninvited? State the nature of your business or go back the way you came." Will you tell him you wish to be taken to Nicodemus, tell him you wish to sell some stolen booty, or attack him quickly with your sword? I could go very straightforward, tell him to be taken to Nicodemus, or I could try to swindle him. But I feel like that would... Obviously, I'm not going to attack him. It's just way too risky for me to do it right off the bat. So I'm not going to attack him. Oh boy. What am I going to do? I should take him to Nicodemus. I don't want to have to test my luck. So I'll probably be straightforward. We'll see. We'll go straightforward. Turn to 202. I'm nervous. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. Wait, where is it? 202. Because I started on 1. 202. Okay. The guard replies that he will send for an escort to take you to Nicodemus. He reaches up to a small bell on the wall of the guardhouse and rings it 3 times. Oh no. Yeah, that was a terrible decision. Almost immediately, 2 other guards come running out of the house, and you are surprised when they each grab hold of one of your arms. The guard with the pike looks up to the sky and laughs, saying, "Haha, so you want to see Nicodemus, do you? How would you like to see the inside of a dungeon cell instead? Guards, take this fool away to be shackled and throw the key." Oh no, I knew this was a bad idea. I knew it. Allow yourself to be taken away, attempt to fight the guards, try to bribe the guards. Still not gonna fight the guards, no matter how much, especially since there's more. That's not a good idea. If I allow myself to be taken away, there's a chance I might not. I don't want to use too much of luck. That's the problem. I'm gonna die. I'm taking like the most passive. I'm like direct and very passive. So I'm gonna turn to 151 as I allow myself to be taken away in hopes that maybe someone's gonna bail me out. So, I'm not. This is not gonna work. This is a terrible decision. The 2 guards, just terrible adventurer. The 2 guards lead you into the guardhouse and take you immediately downstairs to the cells below. There are 4 cells and all are empty except for one, which houses a frail, white-haired old man. The guards unlock the cell next to the old man's and throw you in, placing your sword on the table outside. The only contents of the cell are a straw mattress and a pail of water. The guards go back upstairs and they disappear. And as they disappear, the old man gets up off his bed and starts to speak. You're an outsider, aren't you? Don't reply, it's obvious. Do you want me to set you free? Give me 10 gold pieces and I'll have you out in 5 minutes. The old man then puts his arm through the bars of your cell with the palm of his hand upturned. If you wish to give the old man 10 gold pieces, turn to 351. If you'd rather ignore the old man, turn to 29. I want to trust him. Here's the thing, I want to trust him. but I also feel like I'm gonna be swindled again. I already got I didn't get swindled. It's more like I tried to be direct and then I decided to be passive. And this guy is giving me a way out, but I don't think I should trust him. Okay? He's just so sneaky. I want to trust him. I really want to trust him. But this is also the city of thieves. So I'm probably gonna not trust him and ignore him and turn to 29, and then I'm gonna die. Here. 29. 29. 29. You squat down on the mattress and consider what to do next. If you wish to feign illness and throw the iron pail against the bars of the cell to attract the guard's attention, turn to 143. If you wish to inspect the cell closely in the hope of finding a secret escape route, turn to 230. I'm gonna see if I can find an escape route first before I do anything else. Let's go to 230. Oh, oops, too far. You scratch around in the cracks in the wall to find a loose stone. The old man watches intently as you pull the stone out of the wall. Peering into the hole, you see an iron key. You place it in the lock of your cell and are amazed to feel it turn. Add 1 luck point. Okay. Add 1 luck point, so I have a 12. With the cell door open, you put the key back in the hole in the wall and replace the stone. You leave your cell and pick up your sword off the table. Then you call out to the guards, telling them that you think they are stupid and that you have seen more life on a troll's breakfast plate than in them. What? Why? Just leave! Quickly provoked, the guards rush down the stairs and are surprised to see you waiting for them. So, sword drawn, you fight them one at a time. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna. Alright, where are we? How I do it. First, record the creature stamina, skill, and stamina. So, the first city guard. First. Guard. First city guard has a skill of 6 and a stamina of 6. And just to make it easier on myself, the second city guard has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 5. Oh boy. Well, I have like a skill of 11 and a stamina of 16 plus a 12 luck. What do I do next? Roll 2. Oh no. Roll 2 dice for the creature. I fight them one by one, right? One at a time. So I roll 2 dice for the creature. So it's a 6. Add its skills. That's a 12. So the total attack score is a 12. Of the first guard. Then I have to roll 2 dice for myself. That is a 9 plus 11. That is a 20. Yeah, it's a 20. That's a 20. You can keep that there. So that is my attack strength. I have wounded the creature. Subtract 2 points from its stamina score. That's a city guard. I have to carry this pencil. Oh, sorry. Dice accident. So since I won, I have to subtract 2 points. So this stamina is now 4. Okay, so Sarah begin the attack round. Let's go. Okay, so that is a 4 plus. What do we do again? That's a 10. 4 plus 6 is a 10. And then I have a 7 plus 11, that is an 18. So I won again, so it is, so subtract 2 is now 2. Okay, so do it again. That is a 4 plus 6. I got lost, sorry. That's another 10. And then that is a 5 plus 11 is 16. So I won again, and I completely defeated the first Royal City Guard. So yeah, I'll be back once I do the second City Guard, and I'll tell you if I win. Alright, so I fought the second City Guard, and I won. Yeah, the second City Guard had like a stamina of 5, so it was quite easy to beat with my stamina of 11 and stamina of 16. My stamina is 16, and I didn't get hit because I have a skill of 11, and their skill is like 6 and 7. It is an 11, right? How did I do that? Yeah, because like roll 1 die add 6. So there we go. I have that. Anyway, if you win, you climb the stairs and turn to 54. It's gonna be about 30 minutes, so I'll be stopping this episode here, and we'll continue in episode 2. Yeah, we'll go up the stairs, and we'll see where this leads, so, yep, bye! Hey everybody, it's Eli! Welcome back to episode 2. So last we left off, we reached Port Blacksand, and we tried to be straightforward about it, but we're sent to a dungeon cell, and we decided to comply. But we looked through the cell, we found a key that leads us out, and we ended up fighting city guards, but we won. So, since we won, we get to climb some stairs, and you have to turn to 54 to see where that takes us. Actually, if I die right now, I'm gonna put this all at once. It's gonna be like a super short episode if I die so quickly in episode 2. 54, right? Yeah, 54. You search the guardhouse and find 2 gold pieces and a merchant's pass permitting the holder to trade in Port Blacksand. Taking your findings with you, you creep outside. The guard at the main gate does not see you, and you walk into the city. Turn to 74. Okay, so I have 2 extra gold pieces. So I have 32 gold pieces and a merchant's pass. Write that down. Alright, turn to 74. So far, so good. I didn't die. Oh no. Through the main gates, you see that the rubbish-filled streets of the port are narrow and cobbled. Old and decrepit buildings line them closely. With their upper stories overhanging menacingly, you may go west down toward Key Street, head north along Market Street, or go east down Clock Street. Huh. Where do I go from here? I do have a merchant's pass, so maybe let's go to Market Street. So turn to 116. Walking north along the street, you see the entrance to a small herbalist's shop to your left. Looking through the window, you see a wooden counter with a pair of scales upon it and many sacks of different herbs crowding the floor. There's a small herbs. Dank. There's a small archway leading out of the back of the shop. Oh boy. To another room. There's an open sign on the door, but the shop is empty. If you wish to enter the shop, turn to 250. If you would rather continue walking north up Market Street, turn to 93. Well, herbs, though. Listen, I could make a joke. Let's go get some weed. 250. I'm kidding. Oh no. Let's go to 250 enter the shop and see what we can. Not like we're not gonna steal, but we're gonna see what we can find. All right. A small bell rings as the door opens and a creature wearing a brown apron over his clothing hurries through the archway from the back room into the shop to stand behind the counter. He appears human-like, but has very ugly facial features and pointed teeth. You realize he's a crossbreed, half man and half orc. You mean just half orc? A sharp hand axe hangs from his belt to remind you that Port Black Sand is unlikely to be a friendly place in which to do business. Will you inquire about the herbs, ask if the man orc knows of Nicodemus, or attack the man orc? I'm gonna inquire the herbs. I don't know. I'm thinking of like maybe I can buy something for my stamina. So I'm gonna go to 183. 183. You are told the smoking mixture and a pipe. Oh no. And a pipe costs 1 gold piece. A healing mixture costs 4 gold pieces per portion. I can buy a smoking mixture, a healing mixture, or leave the shop and head north. I think I can get some healing mixtures. 167. Turn to 167 and let's see what we can do. When you have paid the man orc 4 gold pieces, leave me a 28. He explains that placing the herbs on a wound will help to heal it. Unfortunately, the strength of the mixture varies when required. Roll 1 die. The number rolled is the number of stamina points that will be restored. Somewhat surprised at your good fortune, you leave the shop and walk north. Add 1 luck point and turn to 93. So I have healing herbs, which is pretty great. Haha, knew it. So wait, let me double check on luck. Do I have to add, does the luck stack? Let me see. 1 second. Okay, so I checked. It does, I guess it stacks. It does not say that you can't stack, so I now have a luck of 13. Yeah, because I had +1 previously for, I can't remember which one, I can't remember why, but now I have another +1 from getting this weed? Just kidding. No, it's herbs. I'm sorry. Oh no. 420. Okay. 93. 93. On the right-hand side of a street, you see a tavern called the Spotted Dog. If you wish to enter the tavern, turn to 62. If you'd rather continue north, turn to 296. Taverns are good because you can gather intel, but I feel like in the City of Thieves, it's very dangerous to do so at Port Black Sand. So maybe I'm going to try just going north, 296, and see where it leads. 296, 296, 296. Yeah, I'm kind of leaving a lot of this in. I'm sorry. Next time I'll... 296. Oh boy. Walking towards you down the street are 2 men wearing black robes which cover them completely, except for their eyes. On seeing you, they nod at each other and draw their swords. They are thieves, hoping to rob you of your possessions, and you must defend yourself. Fight them one at a time. I'm gonna fight some thieves. Okay, so the first thief has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 7. So the second thief has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 6. I'm sorry. How many times have I tried recording this part? I won against the first thief. I'm sorry I didn't record that part. Normally I fight the first enemy before I skip the second one, so you guys don't have to sit through me flipping through. But the background noise was a lot, and nobody knocks in this house, so basically what happened was I could not just redo the thing. I could redo the fight, but I mean, I don't know, I won, so yeah. The thief got a few hits on me, so I went from a stamina of 16 to a stamina of 12, but I managed to beat the first thief in the end, so now I'm gonna do the fight with the second thief. Alright, I kind of know how it goes, so it won't take too much. Ooh, snake eyes. So that's 2. Plus there's skill, just double check, skill's 8. Ooh boy, it's 10. They rolled a 10. What am I rolling? I try not to do that. It's 6. It's 17. So I won, so they have 4 stamina. Because they had the stamina of 6. So 4 stamina. Next is it's a 7. Oops. Yeah, 4 and 3 is a 7. It's 15. Mine is a 5, 16. Ooh, off by 1. So my attack strength is 16. Theirs is a 15, so I won by 1 point. So their health stamina is now 2. So let's see. It's a 6. It's a 14. Let's see. 9. Yeah, 5 and 4 is a 9. Plus my skill point is a 20. So it definitely is strong. And I defeated the second thief. So yeah, I got out of that fight with a stamina of 12. Okay, so if I win, I turn to 147. Pause this just in case someone walks in again. Okay, 147. A search through the leather bags of the thieves produces 16 gold pieces. Ooh. So that is a whopping 44 gold, and a glass vial containing a green liquid. If you wish to drink the liquid, turn to 338. If you'd rather just take the gold and press onwards to the 105. Oh no. Do I drink the green liquid? There's like a chance of it being good, there's a chance of it going horribly wrong. But it's like, I don't know, common sense wise, why would I just drink like some really weird... I'm gonna roll a dice and let that decide. Ooh, it's an even number, so it's a yes. I drink the liquid. The 338. Oh boy. Well, if I die, I guess it's midnight, so I can go to bed. 338. Oh no. 238. 338. Sorry. You have just swallowed a potion of misfortune. Reduce your luck by 3 points. Well, I guess it's a 10 because technically I have 2 plus 1s. So I have a 10 at luck now. A plus 1 from a previous thing, a plus 1 from the being able to get some healing herbs. And yeah, that's 13. Those are 13, but since I have minus 3, yeah, I got 10. Alright. Well, not as big because of the plus 1s. Not as big of a loss, considering what my initial luck is. Alright, hoping for better luck, you set off north again. Turn to 105. So I just drank a potion of misfortune. That's the thing. Alright, where am I? Most of the houses in the street are joined in a long terrace, but you see one on the left side that stands alone and is set back. There appears to be a large wooden kennel outside the heavy oak front door. If you wish to approach the front door, turn to 64. If you wish to keep walking north, turn to 304. Wooden kennel. Oh boy, I could just go in and see what it is. Or I could just keep going north. I mean, it's a wooden kennel. Feels like there's like a thing inside that's gonna kill me, and I don't want to fight anymore, so let's go to 304. Just keep walking. I know my stamina is like a 12. It's not that big. It's not that problematic for me right now, because my health-wise, I'm doing pretty okay. From like a 16 to a... Oh, okay. You arrive at a four-way junction. Yeah, 304, okay, sorry. You arrive at a four-way junction in the street. The street leading west is called Key Street, and the street leading east is called Clock Street. Ahead you see the Market Street continues north, and a crowd of people are walking up it, cheering loudly, and wave their arms in the air. You decide to follow them. Turn to 148. Alright. As you catch up with the chanting crowd, you see that they are carrying eggs and rotten tomatoes. Soon the street opens out into a large market square. All around the edge are stalls with vendors, hawkers, musicians, and entertainers carrying on their business. In the middle of the square is an elevated pillory. Above the noise of the crowd, a trumpet sounds, and the crowd start to pelt the man in a pillory with rotten food. Where am I? An old woman standing next to you offers you 2 eggs to throw. Not wishing to appear to be an outsider, you take the eggs to hurl them. But as you do so, the old woman picks your pocket without you noticing, lose 1 gold piece or any one item you may have. Unaware of your loss, you walk away from the crowd to look at the various stalls. Turn to 287. Well, I'm gonna lose 1 gold because I have 3 equipment. Well, I guess. Yeah, I'll just take the gold piece. I have like 44, so I can take it and go to 43, okay? And turned it to 87. Okay, where was I? 287. The food stalls are selling fruit, vegetables, meat, and hot soup, corn, and chestnuts for hungry shoppers. You may eat some hot food if you wish. Pay 1 gold piece and increase your stamina by 2 points. Alright. So I have now 42 gold and 14 stamina. Sweet. Walking north along the west side of the square, you see a man dressed in purple velvet playing a lyre. If you wish to stop and listen, turn to 3. If you would rather walk past him, turn to 398. Let's see, what can I do? If I wish to stop, turn to 3. Rather walk past him, turn to 398. Well, I could, but I kind of want to see. Well, here's the thing. A woman just pickpocketed me. I didn't know, obviously. But considering that I'm very, like, on edge in the sense of, like, this is the city of thieves. It's been known for being a city of thieves. I think it mentions in the background what Port Black Sand is full of, so I feel like if I stood still listening, I would absolutely be pickpocketed. So let's go to 398. I'm probably gonna die. 398. Why am I going so far? A small circle of people is standing around a bare-chested man. He is enormous and his muscles look as hard as iron. He is asking the crowd for a volunteer to play catch with a cannonball. He states that whoever drops the cannonball must pay the other 5 gold pieces. If you wish to take him on in his game, turn to 378. If you would rather walk on, turn to 52. Sorry, goodbye, 52. It is. I could. I really could, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to die. I have I'm very safe. I'm being very safe. I'm realizing that I'm being very safe. But right now I'm playing it as how I would play it. As how I would play. Because it's not like there's a character sheet. Like a proper character sheet. It's just an adventure sheet. Alright? I'm the hero. I get to. Let's do a 52. Behind the next stall is a young man smelling small weapons. Selling small weapons and items of equipment. The prices of his wares are chalked up on a slate. So there's, oh, okay, so I can just buy stuff. So there's a throwing knife for 4 gold pieces, a climbing rope for 2 gold pieces, a butcher's meat hook for 2 gold pieces, an iron spike for a gold piece, and a lantern for 3 gold pieces. So immediately I'm going to buy a lantern. This is inventory. A lantern, because, I don't know, it's useful. So that would be, so it's 42. I can do the math myself, to be honest. So 39. So I bought the lantern for 3 gold pieces. I might get a climbing rope. I have quite a bit of money. Climbing rope. And I think the climbing rope and the throwing knife. So there's 37. So at the end I have 33 gold pieces. A throwing knife, just because I don't have a ranged weapon and I don't know if I would need it. I don't know if I would. So yeah, broadsword, marches pass, healing herbs, lantern, climbing rope, and a throwing knife. So yeah, I did that. Then, okay, if you wish to buy some or all of the items, make the necessary adjustments on your adventure sheet. You then walk north, turn to 200. Alright, 200. The next stall area, there is a small brightly colored tent. Attached to it is a small sign which reads, Madam Star Clairvoyant. If you wish to enter the tent, turn to 394. If you'd rather continue north, turn to 117. I don't want to risk. Go into this clairvoyant. She may be very helpful. Well, for now, let's just keep going north. Be the skeptic and go north. At the end of the market, a street named Bridge Street runs north out of the square. You decide to walk down it in the hope of finding the elusive Nicodemus. It starts to rain, and the tumble-down houses huddled together on either side of the street look as if they need shelter themselves. Most have their windows boarded up and are empty. The door to one flaps noisily in the wind. If you wish to take refuge in the derelict house until the rain stops, turn to 188. If you'd rather press on ahead, turn to 31. Ooh, I'm a little nervous about going inside a house in this city, so I'm gonna go to 31. I'm just passing on like an idiot, like a dummy. 31. Ahead you see a wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. Okay, the image on like the page to the left is pretty something. I think this describes what the bridge looks like. Okay, various bits. Yeah, wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. Various bits of rubbish are floating down to the sea on its black surface, and you squirm at the sight of a human hand passing by. The bridge supports and columns reach high above, and you see skulls, both human and non-human, tied to them. The wind makes an eerie noise as it whistles through the bridge structures, reminding you of tortured souls crying out for help. Almost hidden from view is a small flight of steps going down underneath the bridge from where you are standing. A one-legged man carrying a sack is crossing the bridge from the northern bank. If you wish to climb down the steps, turn to 329. If you wish to talk to the man, turn to 364. I guess I'll just talk to the man. I don't want to go down the bridge. I don't know. Regardless, I made the decision, so 364. Before you are able to speak a word, the ogre's voice booms out saying, "Somebody has stolen all of my food. Will you give me some of yours? If you wish to give the ogre some of your food, deduct 2 from the provisions on your adventure sheet, then turn to 1 to 1. If you refuse this request, turn to 357. How many provisions do I have? I forgot. I read this, what provisions I have, but I don't remember. Equipment. I already have a lantern. I have a lantern already. I have leather armor, a shield, backpack containing provisions, a lantern. Let's say what my lantern is. Not my lantern, what my provisions are. I don't know if I have provisions, so I might. Don't know how much provisions I have. So I'm just gonna go to 357 and ignore him, and then die. 357. Ah. The ogre is mad with hunger and picks up a large bone off the floor. He raises it above his head and lumbers towards you. You must fight him. Ogre, skill 8, stamina 9. Alright, and I think this is where I'm going to end it. Sorry about this particular episode with all the background noise, but hopefully maybe I can try to avoid it in the future. I can't promise that, especially since where I'm at and I don't have soundproof anything, because I don't have the money for that, but it's okay. But yeah, we'll fight the ogre in episode 3. So, I'll probably play until I die, I guess. Or I finish. We'll see. If I can beat it, I beat it. If I die, I die. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.